Happy International Men's Day. 19th November is actually the World Men's Day. I know men for a long time have been saying, how come there's so much hula baloo around March 8th? But today, I really want to honor the men who've been in our lives in different ways, starting with my father, my husband, my brothers, the colleagues I've worked with for many years. But today I really want to talk about some aspects that we've been talking about on our socials in the series Men Rising. And I'm finding that many times what is happening is that men are becoming emasculated or are becoming more macho, what is being called a toxic masculinity. I know I'm talking about some hard words here. But I want to introduce something that I think men of our generation, of the generations that are older, younger, would want to think about: the idea of masculine genius. And when you think about masculine genius, it's the genius that a man has to actually rise up, to have the courage, and to introduce something that we're calling wise vulnerability. I was just scrolling through my X and I noticed some guy who has a big following saying, you better just be a man, be quiet, die with your issues, never share them with anyone, no one cares. Be very careful about that kind of thinking. I'm not saying that we must air everything to everyone, but what we are seeing statistically is that there's been an upward trend of mental challenges with respect to men. And that typically is because, one, there's a whole traditional and social norms that are about don't cry. In fact, I remember the other day I was with a friend of mine and she was telling her son, you've fallen, don't cry, be a man, be a man. But you see, that precisely is the learning that we need to unlearn and to figure out how to then be wisely vulnerable, get the coach, get the friend, get the mentor, and talk about what it is that you're struggling with. And as you do so, figure out the action plan to truly rise and become a man with masculine genius. Without further ado, I welcome you to follow us on our socials: LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, on the Men Rising series. And let's continue having this conversation on how you as a man can become the man God created you to be.